Whatto chaps, how the devil? Welcome to your favourite Sunday news roundup, the one, the only BBC Spews, where me, your host, the Angry Bootneck, covers all of the absolute fucking drivel, communist propaganda, and as always a nice big dollop of peculiar LGBT-based propaganda. No idea why. No idea why. Britain as a nation has been pretty cool with the LGBT community for about 30 years, but you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it. Although, with the BBC being the way it is nowadays, you probably would know it. In fact, if you were an alien from outer space, you would assume that the UK was 90% particularly kinky sailors muffing each other's ring pieces on fucking CBBC, because it's everywhere. I'm amazed I haven't seen someone getting a rim job off a Muppet. CBBS, if you're in America and you're not aware, that's what CBBC is. We're long past time we saw a bit of scissoring, maybe someone in a wheelchair muffing out another woman, something inclusive for us all to enjoy. So let's get started, shall we? You knew I had to cover this one. You knew it. Because how many videos have I made over the last 6 months, right? Pointing out that the ones that whinge the most about coronavirus, the really, really, really antagonistic, obnoxious arseholes, are always the ones that take the piss. Always. It's like I've talked about before. Because if you are virtuous, you don't feel the need to advertise it, right? For example, I'm particularly good in bed. I haven't talked about that once, not in the entire time I've had a channel. I just let my missus shriek my name from the rafters every time she's fortunate enough to get one belted into her. Don't need to do it myself. Politicians, all they do is talk about how honest they are, don't they? Always. The two groups of people that talk about how honest they are: lawyers, politicians. Who is not honest? Who? You never hear bin men throwing a TV in the back of a fucking wagon and going, you know what? I've always been honest, me. Honest as the day is long. Doesn't happen. Never get a milkman talking about honesty, do you? Put your pint down. Morning, mate. Fucking honest, me. Honest as fuck. You know why? Because those people typically are quite honest. I've never seen a milkman in prison. Not once. People talk about it all the time. All the time. Politicians. Honesty, honesty, honesty. Honestly, they do not shut up about how honest they are, and all they do is fucking lie for a living. Everyone watching this, I'm not being partisan, pick them. Pick a politician. Labour, Conservative, Lib Dems, Greens, Democrat, Republican. All they do is fucking lie. All of them. Which is why it's funny, it's calling Trump a liar. Yeah, Trump tells lies. Are you telling me that every single person on the whole on Capitol Hill isn't a lying bastard? Even fucking everyone has to concede, even Obama, Clinton, all of their own on the Democrat side. They all lied. They lied fucking plenty, because that's all politicians do. So in that spirit, Kay Burley was not just, you shouldn't go outside if you've got COVID. She wasn't just nagging about it slightly. She was fucking obnoxious. Obnoxious. Who else was fucking obnoxious? Well, I covered it on my Twitter page. Beth fucking Chomper Rigby there. Eat a fucking apple through your letterbox. Beth. She was fucking obnoxious as well. In fact, I'm going to hand this over to Guido Fawkes because he did a fucking great video where he just edited them together, questioning each other, because these were the questions they asked Dominic Cummings when he had the temerity to drive home because his kid was sick. Remember that, when nobody really cared, but the likes of these two shitheads tried to make it into the fucking story of the century? They reported it as if they'd got the fucking world's biggest exclusive, as if they had hidden footage of Prince Philip donkeying one into the Queen. It was a non-story. Nobody cared. The man had a family emergency and he drove for a little bit. He didn't go to a nightclub. He didn't go to a gay disco. He didn't do anything. And they tried to turn it into a big story. Listen to some of the questions they asked him.
Why should we abide by the rules?
Ordinary families have put up with all kinds of restrictions and hardships. People not even going into hospital when their kids have been having cancer treatment. Why are you so different?
We don't need to go into all of that detail.
How can you even countenance at the moment staying on and not resigning?
The point you're making is screaming at the telly saying, It's one rule for us and it's one rule for them. And you're falling into that trap.
How could you not even check with your boss?
If we break the law, does that make your position untenable?
First of all, how much does that ugly cunt look like fucking Eddie Izzard? In fact, if I had to pick, I think I'd rather fuck Eddie. Eddie, call me Eddie. Eddie. So, yeah, first of all, absolute swamp donkey. Second of all, fucking despicable hypocrisy. How many times have I got to tell you people, just don't be hypocrites. You can be many, many things in life. People are very forgiving, but the one thing they despise is hypocrisy. I don't know why, I don't know what part of the monkey brain that we humans find about it so repellent, but it's the one thing that really, really infuriates people, is when you tell me not to do something while you're doing it yourself, because it's like, it's everything, isn't it? It's not just, it's like dishonest, it's an outright lie, like as if you say, being gay is a sin against God, and then you get caught sucking a bloke off. It really makes people angry, because it's the hypocrisy, the dishonesty, the outright lie. It's like a barefaced lie rather than just a little teeny one. Like, it's everything that's terrible. And they can't stop doing it. These fucking hypocritical oxygen thieves, overpaid, underworked, constantly fucking bowed to by the proletariat. Just fucking despicable creatures they are. I hate them. She's got one of them horrible pinched faces as well, like it looks like some bloke kneeled on her neck, pulled as much skin back as he could and fucking stuck a bulldog clip on it, because she's just got a fucking tight head. Horrible woman, horrible. Hypocritical, dishonest, arrogant, pretentious, just a fucking shitbag. So, Kay Burley's apologised for an error of judgment after she inadvertently broke the rules. Don't tell me you inadvertently broke the rules, you lying bastard. Like, you've lied and lied and lied, and now you're doing it again. You're doing it now. Just fucking stop. Can you not stop? Do you not know when? When to stop? Just pack it in. She's a lying bastard. She said, I accidentally did it. You fucking had a party, you cunt. Anyway, Sky responded, she can tell everyone else they have to get fired, but she's not going to get fired. Rita Ora also said sorry. She did it as well. Everyone's done it right. Listen, like I said, they all do it. The rich and famous. The COVID lockdown has proven that the elite think there's one rule for them and one for everybody else. But I'm not going to give Rita Ora both barrels, because at least she hasn't been the fucking COVID Hitler. Not like these two fucking creatures. So yeah, that was a big story. Kay, Beth, fucking do one. You've got no respect from the general public. You've got no fucking credibility. And nobody likes you. And if there was any justice, you'd get sacked. But you won't. Because the airwaves are ruled by your chums, the hypocritical elite that don't do as they're fucking told and don't follow the rules. Yeah, we all know why. Moving on, more non-news from... Again, they're obsessed, aren't they? Casey Stone says LGBT rights should not be about acceptance, moving the goalposts. Very apt reference for a football story. We know for a fact that most people in the UK aren't anti-LGBT. Gay marriage was overwhelmingly supported by the general public, so stop going on about it. But Casey Stone says the language used when talking about the right is really important as the club prepares to show its support for the Rainbow Laces campaign. The captains of both the men's and women's team will wear rainbow armbands for the games. Stone, who came out as gay in 2014, says she does not like the word acceptance. She doesn't like, why should my life just be accepted? Accepted. How can you demand anything other than acceptance? Isn't that used to be the gold standard? Acceptance, tolerance. Now, they're basically saying, no, you don't have to accept things. You have to fucking like them. Yeah? But they only say them to us. They don't tell Abu Hamza that he has to fucking like them, right? They'll tell Abu Hamza and fucking Ayatollah Sistani he has to go and daisy chain round the gay disco. But I fucking do, right? It's not good enough that we just accept and tolerate those that are different from us. We've got to fucking all join in. This is what annoys me. Again, never been against the LGBT community, support gay marriage. But what the fuck? Where's the pragmatism gone? They don't seem to ever have a common sense approach to politics or any issue that involves politics. You can't constantly keep pushing the envelope. We all support tolerance and treating people fairly and acceptance. But what the fuck? Why do you have to keep going? Because when you keep going, you do start pissing people off. Like, seriously, I know blokes who've told me, I've never been against the whole gay community my whole life, but in the last year or two, they've started to piss me off. Because if you tolerate it and accept it, that's what we should be aiming for. But if you need to go further than that, that's when you start seeing mad shit, like two blokes fisting each other on the high street, right? Or fucking little kids standing there perplexed, watching a grey pride parade while a bloke with a 12-foot dildo waves it around like a fucking whip in a neon fucking leather imp suit. I don't want to see that. I've got no problem with anybody, but I don't want to see that. So can we just roll it back 10 years or something? Go back to, like, it feels like only 10 years ago we were getting somewhere with tolerance and respect for people. When I was a little kid, we didn't care what colour you were, we didn't care if you were gay, because we knew in the 1990s it was just not kosher to collectivise people. It was unfair and it was despicable to treat people like you knew them as an individual, just because you knew about a collective. This is why I hate everything about this stuff. We were tolerant then. Now we're going backwards because they've gone too far because of shit like this. Because, no, you don't have to accept it, you have to fucking like it, you cunt. Like it, you bigot. Let me in the cathedral. Let me fist sailors over the fucking pews. Like it, you bigot. No. Acceptance is fine. Tolerance is fine. Treating people with respect is fine. Don't tell me I have to support communists, pulling down statues, desecrating the cenotaph, setting flags on fire, or enthusiastically join in at the gay disco. Because it's not fucking happening. I'll be polite to everybody, but it stops there. As the old saying goes, quit while you're fucking ahead. Sorry, I meant quit while ahead, not quit while you are fucking ahead. Who knows how someone's going to take that fucking statement? Back on to Brexit. It's been doing my head in this week. First thing I want to say about this story is Tobias Ellwood is an absolute shithead. I've never liked Tobias Ellwood. He's been praised more than he should have been because he jumped on an injured copper after a terrorist attack and performed rudimentary first aid on him when it was probably clear that he was A, fucked anyway, and B, there was about 12 people around him. I remember seeing the footage on the news. He wasn't helping. I'm sorry. Call me an arsehole. I think it's just like Matt Headcock doing his crocodile tears on fucking TV. There was already medics and police on scene. He wasn't helping. I don't believe it. It is just another self-serving scumbag politician who fucking jumped into action because he thought it'd make him look good. Call me an arsehole if you want. I'm just telling you what my eyeballs and ears relay to my brain. Tobias Ellwood is self-serving scum, and I don't care if he pretended like he was concerned about helping a copper out. He's talking about Royal Navy deploying boats to protect our fishing waters, like we're not allowed to do that. Yeah, like every other country on planet fucking Earth wouldn't use their own navy to protect their own fishing waters, right? They are ours. Doesn't work like that anywhere else. If I just fucking rock up in a trawler and start scooping... I mean, we had 3 bastard cod wars with the Icelandic fuckers, didn't we? If I just rock up with a trawler and start dredging the fucking seas near Reykjavik, right? They'll have something to fucking say about it. So stop making out like this is controversial, you posh twat. Ellwood is one of the worst. One of the worst. I can't believe he got re-elected, frankly. And he's another one who looks like a fucking sex pest on his parliamentary portrait. I don't know what's going on there. He looks like he's fully getting rogered there with a prize-winning leak while they're taking his fucking picture. What a cunt. And finally, he wasn't in the army, by the way. Everyone says, oh, he was in the army. He's the same as all of them. He did the bare fucking minimum in the TA because he always wanted to be a politician. This fucking guy was in so far in the rear he sent his laundry basket forwards. Don't tell me Tobias Ellwood was in the fucking army. Jesus, what a wanker. Lieutenant Colonel. Well, I was only an NCO, but if Lieutenant Colonel Ellwood come anywhere near me, I'd tell him to suck my fucking plums. That's how much respect I've got for that chicken shit outfit Tobias was in. So anyway, Tobias Ellwood, he's got history, he's an arsehole, he's always been on the side of the EU, he's done everything he can to undermine Brexit, he's working for fucking Brussels, I'm sure fucking Guy Verhofstadt's been in him, right? Don't tell me anything good about Tobias Ellwood. If you're a Conservative and you think he's on our team, he fucking isn't. He's a cunt. Humza Yousaf, he said that this isn't welcome in Scottish waters. Well, just point out to him that all the French sailors are predominantly white and he'll fucking torpedo the cunts, because we've all seen the hateful, bigoted little rants that shithead's been delivering in Holyrood, haven't we?
Most senior positions in Scotland are filled almost exclusively by those who are white. Take my portfolio alone. The Lord President, white. The Lord Justice Clerk, white. Every High Court judge, white. The Lord Advocate, white. The Solicitor General, white. The Chief Constable, white. Every Deputy Chief Constable, white.
Yeah, you don't need to see that again, do you? So yeah, that's a non-story. We have every right to use the Navy to keep boats away from our fucking coast. Every other country on planet Earth would do the same. So, Tobias, you should jump in a little canoe with Yousaf there and fuck off, paddle across to France and fucking stay there. You self-serving shit weasel. What else have we got? Oh yeah, it's just sickening this, isn't it? Biden, Harris named Times Person of the Year. First of all, I know it's all fashionable to do all of the wacky non-binary pronoun, they, them, pick what you like, world soup, alphabet-y fucking spaghetti thing, but 2 people can't be a Person of the Year, yeah? Just one that I think I could have pointed out to you when I was in fucking nursery. Just one, yeah? 2 people can't be one. They just can't. Second of all, isn't it sickening? Like, what of those 2 demonstrable liars, self-serving shitbag lawyers and politicians? I mean, I went on a tirade earlier about how lawyers and politicians are the 2 worst groups that all of humanity has ever spawned. And both of them tick both boxes. They are lawyers and they are politicians. Like, is there anything fucking worse? That's like being a nonce and a fucking necrophile. Yeah. There's nothing worse. Twisting both into one unholy union. There is nothing good about them. Nothing. Even the people that voted for them don't like them. They don't fucking like them. Obama was popular. He isn't. Self-serving, corrupt, 50 years on the public tit. Absolute shitbag of the highest order. And they're people of the year. All the doctors and nurses and cancer surgeons and pioneering fucking people and leaders of men and brain surgeons and humanitarians and charity fucking personnel, and the pick 2 fucking arseholes for their Person of the Year. You couldn't make it up, could you? It's just sickening. Sickening sycophantry. Unbelievable. Nothing good about either of them. Nothing good. Nothing likeable. No, they have no good qualities at all. Dishonest, dislikable, despicable. Fucking awful. So it's just more sycophantry. And look, Guardians of the Year. They also have Guardians of the Year. And of course he was. Of course, Guardians of the Year. Of course. Of course. Make your mind up. You've been saying the response was grossly incompetent for the last 10 months. Now he's the fucking Guardian of the Year. Make your bastard mind up. You fucking morons. I don't mind them being biased and dishonest. Being sycophants to the point of comedy. But make him at least be consistent with it. Be a constant sycophant in a logical manner. Don't spend 10 months talking shit about the US coronavirus response and then name your fucking bum chum Fauci the fucking Guardian of the Year, because it doesn't make any sense. Christ almighty. Athlete of the Year, obviously. Yeah, obviously. Hero of the Year, Pope Francis, because he's not a proper fucking pope, right? He's like, he's a fucking activist. Yeah, so yeah, of course he was. He fits in with your ideological stances, but he appears to know less about fucking Catholicism than I do. But because he appeals to the BBC's insane social justice fucking activism, he's obviously the fucking best pope ever. Best pope ever. Knows fuck all about Jesus, but he's the best pope ever. So yeah, if you care what absolute fucking nonsense Time magazine has to say, knock yourself out, you're welcome to it. And we'll do one more. The US is starting vaccinating, right? In a hilarious moment of memes becoming reality, Bell's palsy was caused by the vaccine. So all of those hilarious memes with the fucking elephant man, turns out they're fucking true. They're now claiming there's no causal relationship, but we'll see. I remain deeply sceptical. I tried to stay away from the SJW bollocks predominantly this week because there was some serious news to cover there. But to sum up, acceptance is fine. Yeah, acceptance is good. We're all down with acceptance. Leave it fucking there. Can you? Can you please just leave it there and walk back from the brink? Tobias works for the fucking EU. I don't know whether he's shared a flat with Michelle Barnier or he's went to a wife-swapping party with Guy Verhofstadt, whatever. But Ellwood is looking out for Ellwood. So, fuck Ellwood. Kay Burley, seriously, have a fucking word with yourself, Kay. Have a word with yourself. Nobody cares what you have to say anymore. After going at Dom like you did and doing that, you have as much credibility as Bill Cosby would working as a bartender. Nobody's buying what you're selling anymore, so fuck off. And if you're going to get a vaccine, I suggest you invest in a balaclava before you get it. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I just think the last 10 months has proven beyond any reasonable doubt that you can't trust a useless bunch of cunts that run the show to do anything. So I think I'll wait for another year of trials before I get that, but we'll see what happens. That was the BBC Spews. I am the Angry Bootneck. Thanks for watching, as always, and I'll see you all again very soon. Cheers.